Hey, since I'm a lonely, sad, depressed, no-life Freddy man, I've decided to do a guide on explaining how to use Freddy's power, the Dream Snares. I'll be also telling which one is better, the Dream Snares or the Dream Pallets. I'll be also explaining which add-ons are the best for him. So, if you're ever planning to get better on Freddy, or if you just want to get a good build, I'll be explaining which add-ons are good for him, and all that. Not really going to be explaining builds and perks and stuff because generally there's nothing that is compatible with this killer. Just I'll be telling you the best add-ons and basically just use any strong perks, I guess, because there's nothing really that fits him or that is like a combination or something that it just works well with his power. Genuinely, it's because he's a weak killer and he's the weakest in the game. And let's get straight into it. Alright. To start off, I'm just going to talk about his power and his snares and how to use them. So to start off, I want to show you how to use the snares properly. You never want to place the snares at the palace like this, because when they run this direction, let's say, and they trigger the snare, they'll probably just drop it on your face, so that's basically useless. The way you want to use them is, for example, if the survivor's at the pallet, you place a snare here, he goes forwards, he goes here, he gets slowed down, and then you can go and get the hit. That's how you picture it, right? And make sure to never place your snares in a random position like this, because what are the odds someone's going to trigger that? And what are the odds they're going to be awake, asleep to even see it? But at car loops like these, you never want to place the snare here. Place it like here exactly, so they can't even go around it, they have to go around the whole way. But if they trigger it, they can slow down, you catch up, and you can hit them at the pallet. That's how you basically want to use the snare. So never use them at the car loop. Most of the times, just use it like here. Let's say like they are like right there, like at the edge of this car. Go chase them. They trigger the snare, they get slower, and then you catch up and hit them right here. So that's pretty much how you want to use them. Never use them in some random ass spots where survivors will literally never trigger them, because then you lose all your tokens, and pretty much there's a chance they will never get triggered in your entire life. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And never place snares at generators where like they could like do it on more than one side. It's pretty much a waste of a snare. Do it in a like a one-man gen, you can place it there, or like a corridor that leads to the fucking gen, and you can just place a snare right at the corridor where the gen is, so they will be forced to basically trigger the snare, so you have a little bit more info. And also every time you hook a person, make sure it's like, if you could, like let's say if you can, then always hook a survivor next to a generator. So if you're far away and your teleport is available, it's off cooldown and you can use it, always try hooking people next to generators so you can teleport to them and instantly pressure the survivors. So that's another way to use the teleport a little bit. Like here, I can just teleport over there, it's close to that generator, so I can just go there. Let's see. And they're healing right under here, so if you always get the chance to, make sure to use it. Like if there's a hook right next to the generator, and if you can bring them there, just bring them there. It's a good opportunity for you. You could always like, what the fuck? You could always just pressure them if you have the teleport available. And that's pretty much it about the power. But if you might be wondering which one is better, because there are 3 add-ons in this game that replace Dream Snares with Dream Pallets, and you might be wondering which one is better, the Dream Snares or the Dream Pallets. Technically, it's the Dream Snares. It's an anti-loop mechanic ability, or like you're able to catch up to the fucking survivor faster and catch them. But with pallets, you can't do that. So just objectively, snares are better at just catching people and winning chases. But one thing I'll definitely give to the pallets is that they're way more fun and interesting. You could always like, it's fun to see like people just drop a fake pallet on top of your head and you instantly go through it. People have fun in that, and that's pretty good. I honestly wish they made it like 2-in-1, that you're able to use both of the abilities at the same time. That would be actually really good. And the reason why Dream Pallets are worse is because against a good team with comms, they'll be like giving callouts on which pallets they dropped, and it's pretty much just useless. Like I went against a good team because I'm an experienced Freddy main and I have like, decent MMR, and I go against actual good people. And I went the entire whole match without person dropping a single Dream Pallet right on my face. And what they were doing is basically just giving each other callouts, and they were pre-dropping the Dream Pallets, so it would be a waste for me that I couldn't use them. And that's a smart way of survivors countering Freddy and his dream pallets by just pre-dropping the pallets that they know they are fake. And just if they have comms, then you're just more than cooked. Like, can't really do anything. Just good comms and just pre-dropping him and wasting. Then just like there's nothing you can do. So just stick to the snares. They're a good chase ability actually. Probably the weakest one in the game, but still, it manages to get the job done. You'll end up getting a hit on a pallet that you weren't originally supposed to, as an Amon killer. But this power really helps you in chase. It's really good and worth it. So yeah, just use snares if you're really trying to get better. The next thing is I want to talk about his add-ons, and you might also be curious which one is best. Freddy is the one of the killers that has poorly designed add-ons and like behavior does never want to fix him. They say they have an upcoming rework for him, and they have a change for him. But if you looked at the fucking upcoming dev update, you'll realize that there's Hillbilly, Plague, and other killers that might get a change. But of course one of them isn't Freddy. Like, I'm pretty sure just people forgot that Freddy even exists. Because of his low play rate, he's literally the weakest killer at this point. So his best add-ons for now, because most of them are so useless and badly designed. For now, it's definitely his iridescent add-on, which I have, which is the red paintbrush. What it does is make everybody asleep at the start of the match. It helps you get early chases. Also, when survivors are awake, they can't trigger or see your snares or dream pallets, so you're basically powerless for 60 seconds for every survivor, or depends if you hit them or not, because then they have to be like injured for them just to like trigger your power then. So at the start of the match, if you can find people quickly, then you can definitely use your snares or dream pallets and try getting people much quicker than usually. So that's a good thing, having people asleep fairly early on, so you're able to kill them faster, get them on hook quicker. It also works well with corrupt, I guess. Like, if they're good and chase you for a long time, then not much time will be lost on generators and stuff, because 3/4 generators at the start of the match are blocked for you for about like 120 seconds, so it saves you a little bit of time. It's a very good perk, honestly. Red paintbrush is way better than the black box. Black box is definitely just way too situational and pretty much useless. Like, I go around the entire match with 0 value of that perk, and it's just really bad. Please don't use black box. But it's honestly still fun. I like when I get value out of it. It's very good with Blood Warden and endgame perks, so you could always try on Freddy an endgame build and try the black box and see if it works for you. But for me, 0 value at all. Most of the time I end my matches before even the endgame, so yep. Definitely the second best add-on is the Z-block and cat block add-ons. What they do is whenever you teleport to a generator, a survivor within 16 meters of you get a killer instinct for like 6 or 4 seconds depending on the rarity of the add-on. And it's really awesome. Like, I'll be able to tell when I teleport to a gen if like someone just went away from it and they're planning to come back, or if I can just kick in and leave it and it'll just start regress for a long time. So let's say I teleport to a gen, I get no killer instinct, so I know they're already gone and they're not there. I can just kick the gen and I'll know we'll be regressing for a while, so I lose a lot of progress. That is a little bit reassuring for me. Like, if the survivor is really close to me, let's say like 8 meters, and they get killer instinct on them, I'll just start chasing them. It's a really good thing because you already know where the survivors are headed and you get a little bit of head start on them. Because whenever you teleport to a generator, you don't really know which way you're going to be looking, like at which side, so it might be a little confusing. So the heartbeat can direct you towards the survivor, and it's honestly pretty good. And especially, it's the greatest perk of all time whenever the survivors just hide somewhere. So, like, if they see you teleporting and they decide just to hide somewhere, if it is a locker in just a corner, then that is just the greatest value of my life. There is a lifesteal right there. Like, a lot of times, survivors just hide from me whenever I teleport to a generator. And since this killer is so fucking dead, they don't even realize this guy got a add-on rework, and that this add-on even exists. Because the old add-on... Because of the old add-on version used to just trigger hemorrhage when you triggered a snare, which is just bad, really. I just rather use the perk hemorrhage. And whenever you teleport to a generator, survivors be hiding in corners, so that literally gives you a free hit. It's a really good perk, and it's definitely the second strongest. So that's pretty much it for this video. I was just explaining on which add-ons to use for Freddy if you're new or if you want to get better. Also, like, just to tell you on what are better, pallets or dream snares. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed, and bye.